103.5 HD2, your information crossroads, WFNC.
News Talk 640 WFNC. It's like a whirlwind of talent coming in here, in and out. On screen right now is Johnny Wilson. He is the executive director of the Fayetteville Urban Ministry, a position that you've held since a boy, since you were a young man, about 13. You've been there for a long time, haven't you?
Yes, Gilbert. Good morning to you, man. I've been there for 26 and a half years.
Has it really been that long?
26 and a half years, yes, sir. And been CEO, president since 2012, so more than 14 years is that.
Well, I was searching. I was going to have you come in because I called you last night. I said I need somebody to come in, and I was planning to have you anyway. And we're going to work on a deal where you come at least once a month and talk about some of the things that are coming in here. Okay. And I was searching around to see if I can find anybody who say something bad about you. And you know, that's a pretty, to be in something for 26 years and we can't find anybody that says something bad about you is a feather in your cap. People talk bad about me all the time. I don't worry about them. But you have done some great work here in the community, and you always, and one thing I like about you is you always credit your staff, the people that are with you.
Yes, man, for sure. You know how that goes. You can only walk tall because everyone is banded together and walking taller with you. And so, keep working hard, man. It's somebody out there, maybe as late as last night. Somebody can talks bad about me.
Well, I doubt that's going to be the case. I was the MC for the Hunger Crop Walk. Mm-hmm. The Hunger Walk. It was the Hunger Crop Walk. Hunger Walk. It was the other day, St. Anne Church downtown, and had a great crowd that came out. And your organization kind of benefits from some of the stuff that happened there. Yeah,
we get roughly 25% of the proceeds. So we're very thankful to Church World Service and the Crop Hunger Walk, Laura Lupton, and the rest of that whole crew. They have been amazing to us. They've been doing this now with us for roughly 6 years, but overall they've been doing it roughly about 35 years. And so, very beneficial fundraiser that they do. And, they take 75% of the proceeds and send them to a most needed area out of the country somewhere that's on that list. And so they do a lot of great things. And we just very thankful to Laura Lupton and the rest of the crew for selecting us year after year.
You make a good point because I share the story on occasion about me being in Somalia. And there was a grain, an aircraft, C-130 with grain, that we went from Mombasa, Kenya, and we flew into Somalia and took the grain there to the Somalis. And they were just grateful. I mean, we take for granted being able to go to McDonald's or wherever you go, or your restaurant, have a meal. There are people I saw at the Mogadishu airport, mothers who came from many miles around just to get a cup full of grain if they could get it. To take back.
Yeah, you're so accurate, man, and spot on. It's just, that's why daily we should just always give it up. Just look up to heavens or whoever you serve, to the universe, for me, my Lord, and just saying, wow, I'm so blessed. We're just so blessed. Before we came on the show, just as you were saying, you and I both have, you definitely supersede me, just learning technology, just having these gifts around us to be able to learn and embrace these things, and it take us further in our career and in life, man. It's really a blessing.
Yeah, just getting back to it, seeing that experience in Somalia, and I say this all the time, and I don't mind repeating it. He's like, oh, here he is. He's going to say it again. I'm going to say it again because there was somebody who wasn't listening last time I said it. When I went through that experience in Mogadishu and in Somalia, there was a little town called Odur, and we went into that town while they were offloading the grain, and I saw the kids that you see on National Geographic with the pot bellies and suffering from malnutrition. And when you see that firsthand, it impacts you. It changed my life. And when I got back, and my wife will tell you now, when we go to a buffet, I only go through the line once. Wow. I never, ever go back twice for seconds. I never take seconds even at the house when I'm eating. What I get is all I eat. And I never take more than I'm going to eat. And I always eat everything that's on my plate.
Yeah.
And I watch people throw food away, and we just take for granted that that's okay, and it's not. It shouldn't be. You should have be a little bit more conscious about people who don't even have a plate to eat. And you don't have to go to Somalia. That's happening here in
Right
this
here.
country.
You got it.
And that's the thing. That's where you come in. It's sometimes some of our poorest people are like kings and queens in comparison to some third world countries. But still, we have it tough here, and it's getting tougher. Are you noticing an increase in your services?
Yeah, Gilbert, I'll tell you, you look at, sometimes in the economy, there's always something going on. And right now, obviously, past couple years, we've been looking at the food inflation, right? And now we're looking at gas prices that have floated back up on us. And when these type of things impact a household, especially single households or guardians who are such as grandparents and stuff, those things impact finances tremendously, man. And so what you have is this true domino effect. Fortunately for me and so many of my staff members at Urban Ministry, we've been around long enough to be able to see the dynamics of these things and how it works, and we try our best to steadily prepare for them, even though there's no such thing as being overly prepared, but we can kind of see what's going to happen. Hey, we're going to have, we'll call it, we already know we're going to have 10 to 15 people waiting at the door before we even open up and such. And then, as you know, a few months back when we had the what you call the federal freeze and such, we had 25 to 30 folks already standing at the door before we even unlocked it, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Hats off to you and all the things that you do. Do you have anything coming up that you're really going to hit?
Yeah, man. Definitely want to give a shout out to our Business After Hours, the Chamber of Business After Hours event that we had last Thursday. Your son was our DJ, Bass Jr. Thank him so much. But Zach Spees, Fleet Feet of Fayetteville, those guys stepped up to sponsor the venue, On-Site Homes. Thank you so much for sponsoring the food by Tasty Eats on the Go. And the Professional Women of Building of the Sandhills, we showed off this beautiful clothing closet that they renovated at Urban Ministry. And so it was so delightful for us to cut the ribbon and allow them to speak and just show the community our great partnership and everything that they've done. Starting today, Gilbert, when you get hungry, go to lunch at KFC or dinner at KFC for this whole month. Any KFC in Cumberland County and beyond, 13 stores. We have one also in Cameron as well. If you go to any KFC, you're going to see signage or the staff there asking you about Roundup or give a donation to Fayetteville Urban Ministry. So we need all our listeners to stop at any KFC all of this month. It is no April Fool's joke. Start from today all throughout the month. Go to KFC and support Fayetteville Urban Ministry. And just want to say a huge shout out. Thanks to Paris and Potter and Miss Renee for supporting us on that initiative. And what we have coming up, the 30th annual golf tournament coming up on June the 6th. This will be our 30th annual honoring Mr. Wade Harden of Wade Harden Plumbing.
And we played in that one last year, didn't we?
Yeah, man. You look like a true golfer out there, too, bud.
Looks are deceiving, but anyway. We enjoy it. We have a good team, and we like to participate in the community. And Cumulus has been very supportive of the golf tournaments in the area and other organizations and events that happen here because we're a part of this community as well.
Yes, absolutely, man. You guys have been tremendous partners to us at Urban Ministry for years and years, and so can't say thanks to you and your team so much for supporting us always and giving us the time that we need.
Wait, before you get out of here, for those of you who don't know where you're located and where they can find you or how they can call you, give us that information.
Yes, come on down to 701 Whitfield Street, and that's right here in Fayetteville. Our main number is 910-483-5944. And our website is fayurbmin.org. That is FAYURBMIN.org. For folks out there listening that looking for job opportunities, we are a couple of staff down, and we're looking to expand. Right now, we need a mentoring case manager, a mentoring recruiting manager, an emergency assistance aide. That's someone to assist in our food and clothing closet. And then if there's someone out there that just has the skills of management and researching and grant finding and things like that, send us your resume to fayurbmin@gmail.com or either T. Robinson at fayurbmin.org. But all you got to do is go to the website. Send us your resume if you're ready to make a difference and get involved with a nonprofit right here in the community.
All right, Johnny Wilson, the Executive Director of Fayetteville Urban Ministry. Always a pleasure to talk with you. we don't even have to say what we're going to talk about because the two of us can talk for an hour
Yes,
about different
easily.
things in this community. So that's great. And we're going to make it so that you come on once a month
Okay.
and we'll work that details out. I'll give you a call and we'll set that up.
That works.
All right. Thanks so much, Johnny. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We've got local news right now from CBS 17.
Good morning from the CBS 17 newsroom. I'm Bill Young. The highly specialized 82nd Airborne Division from Fort Bragg has started to arrive in the Middle East. The paratroopers join thousands of sailors, Marines, and Special Ops troops. The Pentagon requested the 82nd Airborne troops be deployed, but officials will not confirm nor deny any plans for a ground invasion of Iran. The president will address the nation tonight. He previously said he expects the war to be over in 2 to 3 weeks. The man accused of shooting 3 people at a Clinton apartment building is due in court today. All 3 people survived. Ricardo Ramsey was taken into custody at the scene with help from the Sampson County Sheriff's Office. He faces charges that include assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill. From the CBS 17 newsroom, I'm Bill Young.
It is another warmer start to the morning, and we will stay warm through the afternoon with a high temperature of 85 and mostly sunny skies. Overnight will be mostly clear with a low of 61, and Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 85. We are going to stay in the 80s through Easter Sunday with a stray shower possible Friday, but our best chance for rain comes with a cold front which is set to arrive by Easter afternoon and then overnight into early Monday. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you. 62 right now. That's the temperature in Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and also in Pembroke. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.
This report is sponsored by